Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Freeland on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Ah oh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Ah oh yeah yeah.
I was raised in the slum, but I chill with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fought for the bones. True son of the sun, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's far, when we show we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I holding your own. United we stand, divided we fall. So that's what I say when I come with ball. When I chillin' on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this team. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. You're not joining the team. You go where you fella, you love my crown. Who kill it? Who got John?
I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Freeland on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Ah oh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Ah oh yeah yeah.
Mama was born, yeah. Papa was born, yeah. They hold us together, the honey boy, yeah. Nabali kena koya bakena papa boy. Nabali kena koya bakena papa boy. Nabali kola boy, nababa boy. Nabali kola boy, nababa boy. La biro waka poma o. La biro waka ma o. Balanda anwa waka ma o.
From the east to the west, north to the south, yeah, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget it.
Bro, I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this thing. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. You're not joining the team. You go where you fella, you come out crown. Who kill it? Who got John?
I love Liberia.
And of course, I love Liberia. I know you love Liberia as a Liberian. Who doesn't love Liberia?
I love Liberia.
Today is Thursday, the 7th day of September. The year remains 2023. A pleasant welcome to Open Conversation on ELBC Radio. Of course, you know that's the part of the song I like, the beat. The north to the south.
Let's come together.
Let's come together.
They say united we stand, divided we fall.
Absolutely, united we stand, divided we fall as a country.
Voila, you forget that.
Wherever you are from.
No vacante, from Maryland. Voila, you from where was that? I'm about that girl, young people, I'm a funny fine woman.
I love Liberia. Liberia. Believe it or not, I love Liberia. Liberians are so full of surprises. And this is how I like to welcome you to tonight's edition of Open Conversation on ELBC Radio. Let me see and let me say, you know, I'm your lone presenter again tonight. My colleague Washington Tape is still not faring well, but Washington, I know you are following us. We wish you a very speedy recovery, and we hope we can do the trick tonight. All of you listening to us via the radio, we like to say welcome. Those of you following us via our social media page, we like to say welcome to you. And thanks for joining us every evening right here on ELBC Radio. My name is TT Gibro as usual. And today is a different day and a different presentation. And today I want to interact with all of you who are watching or following the show via radio this evening. Today is a different day. Like I said, we have a trend every evening on the show, but tonight is a different thing we're doing. We give you an opportunity. Today we know that the Coalition for Democratic Change officially launched a campaign simultaneously across the country. And so we will be hearing from you out there. What do you make of the gathering today? We will also be bringing you voices from Sino, uh, Braver, G, Grand Cru, and Grand Jita counties, those four southeastern counties. We will be hearing from the superintendent of Sino County. We'll also be hearing from the city mayoress of Grand Cru County. We'll be hearing from our correspondents in River G and Grand Jita County, because the people of those counties also today gathered. CDC's campaign was launched in those counties also. Those are the counties we're able to get this evening. And so we're bringing those four counties to you tonight, and we want to get your impressions. And so this is how we're going to do it. After we should have brought all of those clips to you, you listen, we talk a little bit about it, we open up the lines, and so everybody will have their time to say whatever they have to say tonight on Open Conversation. Trust me, the conversation is open tonight, openly open. Tell us, what you saw today. What do you make of what happened today? What is your own impression? We want to know from you today. So that's how we're going to roll. And the first county I'm going to this night is, which county do you have for us? Let's hear. Our correspondent who covered the program. Before the program started,
on the live activities here in Sweden today. Today, the Coalition for Democratic Change, also the CDC, is having an official launching in Sweden. So this launch is taking so many homes and so many units. It has been done through the major streets of Sweden, and here we are. It's the open view where the campaign messages will be delivered. The team is being led by the Grand County local government campaign team, headed by the council is being led by the Okai Galufali. We also have the Gita Korea team from Monrovia are also here to become part of this Korea lunch. This lunch is crowded because we have almost 45 auxiliary groups that are giving support to the re-election of George Manuia. So all of the auxiliaries have got the people here in Sweden and all part of this county to make sure that they are part of the lunch. So the lunch is very important. It's going to make sure that what the superintendent will have to say as to what he has been doing for the past year. So that's why you're here from the background. So it's colorful, and I think there's something to be talked about because this is so overwhelming, this is so enthusiastic, and I can say agree that Nigerians have been so this is so enthusiastic. I come from October 10, 2023. My name is Paul Ramsey here at LSP Live. Thank you very much. We are coming from October 10, 2023. My name is Paul Ramsey, and this is a special feature on the live activities here in Sweden today. And today, the Coalition for Democratic Change, also the CDC, is having an official launching in Sweden for Democratic Change. So this launch is taking so many homes and so many units. It has been done through the major cities in Sweden, and here we are. It's the open view where the campaign messages will be delivered. The team is being led by the Grand County local government campaign team, headed by the council is being led by the Okai Galufali. We also have the Gita Korea team from Monrovia are also here to become part of this Korea lunch. This lunch is crowded because we have almost 45 auxiliary groups that are giving support to the re-election of George Manuia. So all of the auxiliaries have got the people here in Sweden and all part of this county to make sure that they are part of the lunch. So the lunch is very important. It's going to make sure that this culture of messages, what the superintendent will have to say as to what he has been doing for the past year. So that's why you're here from the background. So it's colorful, and I think there's something to be talked about because this is so overwhelming, this is so enthusiastic, and I can say agree that Nigerians have been so this is so enthusiastic. I come from October 10, 2023. My name is Paul Ramsey here at LSP Live. Thank you very much. We are coming from October 10, 2023. My name is Paul Ramsey here at LSP Live. Thank you very much.
Of course, that was Paul Ramsey. Paul Ramsey is our correspondent there in Grangita County, and that was just before the official program. And you saw, if you're watching, a multitude of people who gathered today in Grangita County, and they, according to our correspondent, are resolved to vote His Excellency. You listened to bypassers who were also in the crowd and just trying to say exactly why they were gathered over there. He said, about 25 auxiliaries groupings were in Zwedru today. They had come to at the official launch of the CDC campaign. That was what was happening today. Earlier today in Grangita County, you heard from our correspondent Paul Ramsey. So let's see what other county we can go to now, because we said we're going to 4 counties. No, not that one. Let's go to Grand Crew County and of what happened earlier. Then later on, we hear from the city mayorist of the county. If you are watching, you will see exactly what we are talking about. Let's hear from Grand Crew County.
Staunch supporters and opposed the numbers here, the Grand Crew County is a product. The numbers here, the Grand Crew County is a product. That Parish County, Thomas, Superintendent, Grand Crew County. This Joe Sucker is the government superintendent, and also Joe Sucker is the government superintendent, and also what a key is very and also what a key is very that's a development superintendent and racing the slogan. That's a development superintendent racing the slogan. Chairman Toure and the Secretary General, Chairman Toure and the Secretary General, Relieving Commission, Kipito is also here. Relieving Commission, Mr. That's Dexon Simo. That's Dexon Simo. What a number. This shows that CDC, the Grand Crew County, what a number. And the entire citizens. This shows that CDC, the Grand Crew County, as and the entire citizens of Grand Crew are resolved. As political pundits continue to analyze the stats of this long. As sex the stats of this long. We bring you live coverage from Parkville City. And from the queue, we're taking us live coverage from Parkville City. And from the queue, taking us to
I'm sorry if you're watching. If you're not watching, then you need to be watching, because exactly what's happening in Grand Crew County is mouth-watering. The people of Grand Crew County, the people in Barclayville today really turned out in their numbers. They keep marching. You see them and you're like, wow, what a wow. That crowd in Barclayville today tells you a different thing, that, I don't know who's going to get any number of votes from Grand Crew County. If you're watching and you see the number of people who are marching down the city in Barclayville today, who were marching, if you watch that, you will be like, oh my goodness, those people turned out. The development superintendent, the superintendent of the county, Madam Doris Yelaton, and the city mayorist, all of those who are in high-ranking positions in Grand Crew County really proved a point tonight. Let's hear from the city mayorist when she was interviewed by the journalist.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm too excited to be able to be here.
What do you expect for this day?
Today we celebrate a new day. Today will be we are one voice. We are here to get it done. We are here to get it. All corners of Ghana today to see how best we can make sure that the city be blue.
It's a number going to speak volume for the re-elections of the three sons.
You know that when it comes to election,
It's a number going to speak volume for the re-elections of the three sons. So she's very in a certain mood. She's a Kansas City mayoress. So she's very in a certain mood there.
And if you're watching, you'll see the mayoress, they're really, really dancing. The journalists ask her to do small things for Georgia, and she's dancing. And she says, you know what, we are going to make sure that we mobilize the people and we give the opposition one blow. What I see or what I saw in Grand Crew County is very, very impressive. Very impressive. And the people there are well mobilized. If you watch what happened in Grand Crew County today, you understand exactly that county is not taking anything lying down. They have a point to prove because, you know, His Excellency comes from that county. And I'm sure that's one of the reasons why they are well mobilized, you know, to kind of make sure that they don't leave any stone unturned. If you are watching and you see what the people are, you can even compare them to a certain a quarter of Montserrat today when citizens trooped into the Antoinette Tubman Stadium. That crowd in Barclayville City today is I must say, it's very, very impressive. The superintendent, the development superintendent, the city mayoress, all of those who made sure that they mobilized their people really proved a point tonight. Let's leave Grand Crew County now and go to River G, right? We've done River G. No. Okay. So let's go to River G County and hear from our correspondent there, Prince Copeland, who was in the midst or in the thick of things today.
Nigeria. Today is the official launch of the CDC in River G County. Today is the official launch of the CDC in River G County. This month, we like to say thank you for joining us from the group of Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. Today is the official launch of the CDC in River G County. Today we are here monitoring the activities of River G County. The party we went to shortly. They will monitor the official launch just the decision and conversions. Today you can see the awaiting the officials of the party today in Stage Town. So we also been told that the officials of the party the city is actually locked down. So awaiting the official launch. We also speak with many of the citizens of River G County. They said they have some airs from elsewhere. And they also look at G County that we are. They said they have some airs we are working in River G County. The issue of electrification, the quota, the several roads have been paid in River G County. So they are grateful and preparing themselves to have that we are with the re-elected team. So today, preparing themselves divisions from all parts of River G. They are all here. So today, we see divisions party headquarters in River G County. So we'd like to continue to bring some of those major events to your attention. So we'd like something that is actually happening in River G County. Thank you so much for your attention. Something that is actually happening in River G County. River G, thank you somebody from Liberia, Prince in Refugee County, the blue color for joining us. Refugee or blue color Liberia, in Refugee County. Thank you for joining us.
And of course, that's our correspondent there in Riverview County, Prince Copeland, doing his thing, bringing us live feeds from Riverview County. You heard him. He said that the people of Riverview have a lot to thank President Weah for, and they have a lot to give back the presidency to President Weah because they can now see light. They have electricity in their county, and they're grateful. They believe that it's something that they should be grateful for. And and as a result of that, the president deserves a second term. They believe that road connectivity in their county is very paramount, and the president is doing that. And as a result of that, they want to reward the president for a second term. Lots and lots of Liberians from all over the country. We're told that the CDC simultaneously launched her campaign today in the country. We were able to bring you just four southeastern counties. You just heard Prince Copeland, our correspondent there in Riverview County. So let's go to Sino County, where Sarah Ellis is our correspondent. But we want to bring you the superintendent. We have when the superintendent was addressing the crowd today inside the county. We want to bring you
When somebody said, I will give you a miracle, I will give you a miracle. I will give you a miracle. See yourself when you're going to school, you go for the Eve. That brother can now rescue himself. Whatever he said, and he needs surgery, President Miller say a miracle. Right now, the program that I'm getting money for is in Ghana. I don't know if he will rescue you. And I know today the government sent out clear message to the opposition. And there is no opposition inside it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your resources. Don't waste your money. Don't bring your t-shirts to your surface. Use it. Sign up for your sorrow. For coming from we are a one-round victory. Not that done. The political records you made in the country is unspeakable. The record behind this country is unfriendly. Our political corridor is a compromise. Our political ideology is uncompatible. When we say we are for you, we are for you. Our pledge and leader my life for the blue revolutionaries. Amanda. Right now, for the president, the last time when I was doing a checkup, guess what happened? When the doctor injected me, to improve your blood, to show blue blood. When the doctor injected me, to improve your blood, to show blue blood. So President John Maria, I get you. I don't know if you're electronic to the wall. Some people we are for electronic to the two. Let us see what's going on. Those are our candidates for the first election. Above all, Amanda, who's the next senator? You want to You want to
That's the superintendent of Sino County, Lee Namache, that saying there's no space in Sino for any opposition. Thousands of supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change also gathered in that county today to launch the what is tagged as a Blue Day, the CDC official campaign launch in Sino County. So we heard from that Grand Jide, Sino, Grand Crew, and River G counties. Those are the counties we were able to get you this evening. I'm going to open up the lines now for your import, because we will make what happened in Montserrat County the last. So what do you make of what's happening, what happened in Grand Crew, Grand Jide, Sino, and River G counties, having listened to the voices you have heard? Because the campaign wasn't launched in Montserrat County alone. It was also launched all over the country. And if you're watching, you saw the crowd in all of those places. People gathered to launch the campaign of the CDC. So I'm going to open up the lines. I'm going to make the Monrovia or Montserrat County campaign launch today last, because we're going to hear from His Excellency, and we're going to hear from scores of supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change talking to the Liberian people and explaining why exactly they turned out today. That is going to be the last portion of it. But let's hear from you as it relates to what you've heard from other counties. To my very first caller this evening. Good
evening, Martin.
Good evening.
Yeah, they Martin protest today for the program that went well today, and what was after on the statistics. So, but when it comes to all the capital city,
I reach the capital city. We'll play the capital city clips, and you but I want us to stick a little bit with the southeastern Liberia. I don't know whether you were watching, whether you saw, what happened in those parts of Liberia today.
I just saw radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very good. Welcome.
Okay.
Well, I think when it comes to the capital city, there are promotion for capital city.
Okay. All right. Sorry?
Yeah, we are in the capital city myself, so the one I hear today.
Oh, okay. So you want to speak on what happened today? Even though so you were you out there today?
Yeah, I was out there, but really I did not go to it today because of the crowd.
Okay, because of the crowd, you didn't go there. But you are. Which party do you support?
I'm opposition.
Oh, you are opposition.
Yeah, I'm not in position, but opposition. But we are we talking about we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we feel good. We talking. We feel we often want to talk.
Okay.
And this station is a national radio station. So things cannot go ahead, sir.
So when we start talking about, what happened in Montserrat County today, you can call and make your import. We know this is a national radio station. You don't have to tell us that. That's why you have an opportunity to make your import.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. Let's hear this other caller. Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
I'm Philip Namwe. I'm calling you from Buchanan.
Let's hear you from Buchanan, sir.
Sister, most of us here were downhearted today because the launching today here in Grand Bazaar was bad.
It was bad?
Most of us here, we are other people, a veteran group, but the people kick everybody out.
How?
It left small time for people to cause. We were able to talk to them, but I said, no, nobody should fight here.
When you say they kick everybody out, what do you mean?
What I'm saying is that if I say they kick everybody out, most of us were not represented.
What do you mean if you say you are not represented?
Was supposed to have been like. That's what I'm trying to say.
I still don't understand. You have to make me understand, sir. If you say...
Yeah, what I'm saying is we went to the party headquarters. But what was supposed to be done, it was not done completely.
What was supposed to be done?
If you cannot hear,
What did you expect that you didn't see, sir?
I started my first cap, my T-shirt. I did not receive any. All the auxiliary group were out.
Okay,
Today.
so you were disappointed because you didn't get your
We were
face cap.
disappointed. Number one, we even took the airway in the Canada here.
So why you didn't get your face cap and your T-shirt?
They said we're not. They say we're not included.
Who did that say you were not included?
They heard are taking care of the Grand Bazaar group.
Who's the head?
If you even come here
Who is the head?
from people at the planter, I don't know the main person.
So you have to be specific. If you just accuse people like that, then I don't think it's fair. If you have a head, who is that head that you have? You have to know the person's name. If you are an auxiliary, then you should know the head then.
The head for the auxiliary, one crew. One that today crew to us that the auxiliaries, that now that what they are talking about, the auxiliary or not, they were not part of it. So if you
So
see
who was
that,
part of it now?
The white wishes.
So because you didn't get a cap and a T-shirt, you were not happy. That's all, right?
Didn't care of us. Most of the auxiliaries, number one.
Okay, I'm sure you will get another. I'm sure you have a cap and a T-shirt. The campaign is still on.
All right, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you too. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is Milton from Nation, Grand Bazaar County.
Let's hear you from Grand Bazaar.
Well, I thank God, and let me say bravo to all those that came on the program, even though our own road is somehow bad. We couldn't just get it, but we were following via the radio. And all those that are taking part that honor the CDC win, they get remarks, and Daniel Kier get remarks. Leg of Mary Coward, the leg of Marvin Pepe Joe, and the other rest. How will be it? Everyone will not be certified. And if you are there for CDC, you will not have some misfeeding, because it's not possible that everyone will be on board. Like the program will call and people went around. T-shirt and pick up, and they cannot make you to be discouraged to take the airway. But again, bravo to those that participated, and even those that even.
Oh, he dropped off the line there, but I think he was making, a very important point. If you have the desire, the passion to vote for a candidate, and you didn't get a T-shirt or a cap to vote for that person, that shouldn't serve as a deterrent. Although everybody wants to be, everyone wants to identify or be identified with the people who they support, but I'm sure the party is going to work on that. Let's hear you.
Yeah, people even to, I don't know what about Washington is there.
No, he's not well, but he's following.
Okay, we'll pray that he will. This is much about for we are one round victory.
Let's hear you, Ashram.
Firstly, what I saw today.
I'm talking about Montserrat. What kind of Montserrat are you? We're still in southeastern Liberia, the ones that we play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our growing lab at the same time following all other programs across the country. I think we were talking about one round victory. Maybe some of our folks will say have doubts, but today I believe that God first we have proved beyond all reasonable doubt that yes, indeed, Georgia will be elected on the first ballot on October 10th.
So you're poised to win these elections, haven't watched what you saw today, right?
Exactly so. Exactly so. What all we've been doing in the various towns and villages, today we're proving all over. And thank God for, let me say thanks to the ELBC family and all our network that carry all of our program today, because I go to ELBC, I will see opponents, I will see and see friends in it. So I very want to be grateful to all that doing that turn out today in all the 15 countries. And that will remain peaceful. That October 10th will make the one round victory in success. Thank you very much.
Thank you also for being a part of the program. I'm going to take a short break. Okay, let me take this person and then I take a break and then we go straight into the Montserrat issue. Good evening. Hello? Okay, that person is just on the line and holding the line. That person doesn't seem to be ready yet. Maybe they want to participate or make their input when we are talking about Mansoreto. We leave it at that. We brought you scenes from Grand Gide, River G, Sino, and Grand Crew counties, where thousands of supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change also gathered today, because we know and you know that CDC simultaneously launched her campaign today officially across the country. And so we're going to leave it at that. Take a short break. When we come back, we're going to discuss what happened in Mansoreto today, and we will open up the lines for you to make your imports. All of you who at home, what do you make of it? All of you who were out there today and are home today, we want to hear from you, and we'll also play you some clips of people who our reporters who were out there today talked to. Stay with us. This is Open Conversation on
from the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget it. You from Lower County, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Cess. I'm a bad way on your river. I'm up on the fine way. Nabila, I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Play for me and you, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I was raised in the slum, but I chilled with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fought for the bone. True son of the sun, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's far, when we show we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I holding your own. United, we stand, divided, we fall. You know what I say when I come with ball. When I chillin' on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this city. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. Yeah, I'm joining the team. You go where you pella, you lama or crown. Who kill it? Who got stoned?
I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Mama was born, yeah. Papa was born, yeah. They hold us together, the honey boy, yeah. Nabalike na koya bake na papa boy. Nabalike na koya bake na papa boy. Nabali bola pro, na papa boy. Nabali bola pro, na papa boy. La biro waka poma o. La biro waka ma. Balanda no waka ma. I know la
from the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget it. You from Lower County, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Cess. I'm a bad way on your river. I'm up on the fine way. Nabila, I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you.
And of course, I love Liberia, and I'm sure as a Liberian, you also love Liberia. And so we are talking Liberia tonight as we go to elections. The Coalition for Democratic Change today officially launched her campaign in simultaneously across the country. And we brought you clips from other parts of Liberia. And our focus now is on Mansoreto County. The standard bearer of the Coalition for Democratic Change today was at the Antoinette Tutman Stadium Since morning today, partisans, thousands of partisans, scores of partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, supporters of the president, Wiashins, gathered to show their support, to tell His Excellency or to tell the CDC-led government that they are poised to re-elect this government. If you didn't follow, I'm sure you followed. There were hundreds of thousands of supporters of the CDC who were out there. But His Excellency made his way to the stadium this afternoon, and he was fired up. We'll bring you what he said today at the Antoinette Tatman Stadium. We'll bring you a full coverage of what the president said today at the Antoinette Tatman Stadium. Following that, we're going to play you a voice pop of some citizens who our reporters who were in the field today spoke with. And then we're going to open up the lines. You tell us what you saw today, what you make of that. Is it over? Is it over? Is the CDC, has the CDC proved to point, or the Unity Party is to launch on the 17th of this month, we are told. Do you think that what the CDC did today sent a message to the rest of the world, to the rest of the opposition community? What is your thought? We just want to hear from you after we should have played all of these videos. So let's hear what the standard bearer of the Coalition for Democratic Change said today at the Antoinette Tatman Stadium. Well, we're so sorry for the, poor quality of that recording, but in essence, His Excellency was excited. He was telling his people that, you have given me 6 years to run this country. Despite the pandemic, you saw what I've done for you as a people. Public education was never free at universities, that's public universities across the country. I gave the Liberian people that opportunity to go to school free at all public universities, and that is a big thing that hasn't happened in this country before. He talked about, the WAS fees that has all of the first-time voters, majority of them out there who, never had that worry, that burden to kind of think about paying WAS fees, or their parents not having that worry to pay WAS fees. And all of what he has done, electricity in most parts of the country, roads in other parts of the country. Even in Monrovia, where we find ourselves, you listen to people from other parts of the country, the voices we play, they are excited. They want to vote President Weah because of electricity in their areas, something they have not seen for years, for ages. They are excited about that. For roads, they are excited. And President Weah also didn't stop there, having talked about what he has done and what he did for Liberia, for which he believes Liberians should give him an opportunity. He re-echoed government's readiness to reactivate and strengthen the cadet program that is going to prepare young people for the job market. This is something that was happening in this country before, that has not happened since the war. He wants to reintroduce that, and he's asking the Liberian people to give him a second term. And you heard the resounding yes from the crowd. The president vowed to construct more roads, more hospitals, schools, and he said to the Liberian people today, or scores of his supporters, or hundreds of thousands of his supporters, that these are going to be top priorities on his list if he's given a second term to run this country. He says development is going to be on the increase if he's given a second term. He was quick to note that I didn't have much time. I know it was 6 years, but 2 years was eaten up by coronavirus. But look where we are today. I have done much for you, and I believe that if you give me more time, I'm going to do more for you. And so you're going to talk about what you saw in your area. I'm just trying to re-echo what the president said today. He didn't talk much. That place was jam-packed to capacity, and thousands of people outside the stadium in different parts of Montserrat County, because all of them could not, fill that stadium today, or all of them could not, converge on that stadium today. Then it would have been something different in this country. But the seditions came out today and they proved a point that they are ready to make President Weah, and to make President Weah president of Liberia for a second term. Let's hear from the chairman of the party when he was moving towards the Antoinette Tuckman Stadium.
Are you surprised by the numbers that you're seeing? All across the country, our leader correspondent, we're seeing Babolu, Martini County. Our leader correspondent, we're seeing this is happening simultaneously. How did you do it? Simultaneously. How did you do it? During our interview, the final question, most of the children were saying this is a protestation vote because the opposition is saying that the president broke rules. We're saying this is a protestation vote, and because the opposition chose the wrong message and it's going to be moving to them. And you think the opposition chose the wrong message vote because they said the president broke rules. They said voters, the question voters are saying they were given to the opposition rules. And they're so angry voters that they were saying they were proven to the opposition that they're so angry that they were very disrespectful. Thank you so much. You see, Akaros is right here. He enjoyed this so much. You see, Akaros, he's the captain. He's the captain. Understand? And he's the member. You see all the guys out right there. Guys, you see all the guys out right there. Guys, and what's happening? And they're waiting here. They're waiting here and for the president of the Republic of Liberia. And this is where they're coming out here. They're waiting here for the president. And you see the group out here. And once the president hits here, then they're all going to march. The group out here. And once the president hits here, this is where the president will come here. Let's make our way on this side. This is where the president will come here. Let's make our way on this side. And State Wed Ibrahim.
That's Kwame Opawik said from Luna, giving us, some live feeds from what happened today. You listen to the party chairman, Molwa Molu. Nobody can take that from Molwa Molu. He has proven that, he has the strength. The auxiliaries of the Coalition for Democratic Change really listen to Molwa Molu, who is the chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change. What happened today, he called it an autopause when he was asked about, what's happening simultaneously across the country. He described that as an autopause. But the chairman is indeed powerful to get thousands and thousands of people out there today. Citizens, critics must give it up for Chairman Molba Molu. He has proven to be indeed a very powerful chairman. I don't know how he does that. We're going to find time to sit with Chairman Molu and talk about how he manages to get, thousands to mobilize these people and they listen to him and they get out in the street to prove a point that this is a grassroots party. They believe that the president has come from the slums and God has blessed him to be somebody in this country, and they too can leave the slums. They believe that they too can be better people in society, and they believe that the president also is giving people from the slum communities opportunities to lead, and those people are leading properly. And so that gives anybody the impetus to kind of want to follow a kind of leader like that. But it has to take a chairman who knows how to mobilize to get people out in the street in such a way and manner. And take it or leave it. If you have a Molba Molu on your side who knows how to mobilize people, then you are blessed. That nobody can take from him. We also have the voices of some Liberians who were spoken to today in Nuku Town. Nuku Town is one place in Montserrat County that has always voted for President Weah since 2005. From the day he made his debut into politics in this country, that place called Nuku Town, Sagon, Debris City, has never disappointed His Excellency the President of Liberia. Our reporters were out there this morning talking to some partisans in Town. Let's hear what they have to say before we open up the lines for you to make your imports this evening on Open Conversation.
The microphone. What else do you need?
My soul, my water, my blood for Jowia. Then I said, you lay your life down, live for Jowia.
Tonight in
I think we got the wrong one. That's just one of them, but not all of them. Well, those people in there, you heard her blood, her soul, her everything. If she has an opportunity to lay her life down for just Weah, she will do that. We'll try to see whether we can get the full clip of that one. But it's your turn. I'm going to open up the lines now. You can tell us what you saw today. What do you make of what you saw today in Montserrat County? If you were privileged to see what happened across the country, you can talk about that also. And the numbers to call are 0880514-096 right here on Open Conversation. It's open. Let's talk about it. Good evening.
Today, from Maryland County, the chairman of the National Affairs of Inabono, Maryland Charter.
Do you have anything in Maryland today?
Sure. So Maryland is a noble zone for opposition.
How was it?
It was very good. It was so big, and Maryland OTT and Liberian people. It was so extra. We did it across the county. Simultaneously, you had a district in Maryland County. We didn't do it in a particular district. We had it in Bayobe, we had it in Kaluwe, we had it in Plibo, and we had it in Upper.
What were you trying to prove? You having it in all of those, different areas in Maryland County. What message were you sending?
The message was to tell the opposition and the Liberian people that yes, indeed, Maryland is in a CDC area because the people of Maryland County, the white people, mighty Maryland, have produced a president. They want to be a best president. They want to be a champion. So yes, the people of Maryland County know a good president, a better president, like President Weah. So yes, we're telling the people of Liberia and Weah large, across the country, the people in the majority are supporting CDC. They blended 2005, 2011, 2017, they are going to be there on October 10th. So we are happy because today the government too now are empowering the fishermen, the government empowering the market women, and more market being
in Maryland County?
In Maryland, yes, in Plibo. Okay. By the regime. It's a story market, first time in Maryland County. It's a story market because our president, the great mother was a market woman, so we appreciate the market people, including all of you in the entire major set of Liberia. So the market in Plibo is a story market, they have scoring rate, when the market does, when they are selling, they charge that they are selling. The t-shirt like I was telling you to now, they're receiving Yamaha machines, they're receiving knives, they're receiving life jackets, such as God forbid, the killing cancer are going to have job. So yeah, the road is being built currently. The fire regimes are already being ended. The regimes NRA, but today, the road from Caliber 5 to G to Kawakan is concourse. The other thing are things, that's the place waiver at Tama University, and they pay my wild fees. So the first time voters are Yamato because cities is likely to be stressed, and I was showing that today in the country. And for our cause Liberia, the most important is the main reason in ATS, yes, opposition, they just have to show that because opposition exists, but Liberians are wise, they are not going to vote as because the most productive presidential candidate in the election.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to take somebody who been sleepy, somebody who been Coca-Cola, we're going to put it in.
Okay, let's give you that and talk to other people. The president is the most productive president Liberia has ever produced. Let's hear you. Please lower the volume of your radio, please. Good evening. Okay, that person is not ready yet. Let's hear from you.
Hello, ma.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm fine. This is Jim from District 4.
Let's hear you, District 4. Were you out there today?
I was up there, but I was not there per se. However, I monitored the radio.
You were there, but you were not there per se. What does that mean?
Yeah. I ran the belt. I was not to the point of what I mean.
Oh, okay. Let's hear you.
Because of the crowd. There's a disappointment within the crew, the citizens of this country. There's this disappointment in them, but thank God our president, we are think thoughts-wise and could not keep them on the seat for long. You get me?
I'm listening to you.
When I say disappointment, if you compare another president, we are not president, he not do nothing for Liberian people. People, president, we are passing to go some other draft and some other draft passing time to go to the party headquarters. I was there on the 18th of August, on the 17th, 2017 at the time. We left there from the morning hour up to in the night, president. We were able to reach there by 1 o'clock because of the crowd. But today, well, president, we are paying people YC, build medical hospital, build do a lot of things in the country. The way they appreciate president we are today, it doesn't go down well with me.
So why you didn't go there?
I'm not having transport. Moreover, the Zuna good now. Zuna good. They get out late into him. We couldn't see him. So I was around the bell. I hold my party t-shirt, but I was around the bell.
So who told you? Are you speaking for Liberians that they are not happy, or you are the one who are not happy?
I'm not happy because the level of work person we are dead. They should be down there.
You yourself were not there. You say you're not happy. Then what do you want us to believe here? You were not there. You appreciate the president. You know the president did a lot, but you did not go. Other people turn out. Then you say you're not happy. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. Let's hear you. Good evening. That person seems not to be ready. Let's hear you. Good evening.
Yes, good evening again. Once again, this is some vacation for we are 1-1 victory.
Let's hear you, Armstrong.
Yeah, today, first of all, I say many thanks to you guys in the studio, especially the ELBC team and every other radio station that was helping us to carry the message today. Today, what I saw today, what I witnessed today, what I was part of today, from 2005 or around 2004, I joined CDC up to present. I haven't seen a victory march like this. Let's forget about the other countries. But today, before 12, our brother from the other side, they were posting, the Tina Park, and then that thing, the governor North, I started going live. Everybody, I have friends across the world. Everybody else. So what happened today? We did not prove strength to our opposition. Today we prove to the world indeed that we are 99.9% certified of what person we are doing in this country. FCT, are you imagine? Yesterday we sat down right here. We never even had a good road from ELBC Junction to Red Light. But today Red Light get the same look of. Sometimes we take picture in Red Light. We get will make for people to know that Liberia. But today, I can show you what I saw today, what I wanted today, what I was part of today.
You think the people are resolved?
The Liberians are resolved. Liberians are resolved.
Okay.
Today Liberians are resolved.
I'm sure.
Yeah, today we are resolved.
Other people. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Hello. Good evening.
Hello?
You're live. Good evening.
Hello?
You are live, sir. Good evening. Welcome to the conversation.
I'm calling you from Jerusalem. This is number one.
How is Red Drew?
I'm not able to look at my throat. Everything close.
What didn't close your throat? What didn't close your throat? What are you doing there today?
Man, the people are happy today. We are happy my time I'm on there today. I'm calling you from the presidential party. I'm one of the members of GL. I'm the access monitor for GSA. So I read all the facts of the man. What will tell you, my sister, let me tell you. The country here that you myself will be in a country. I'm my side, I'm from some kind of the third kind of the bro. So everybody listen to me. Everybody will play part in the country that you be your president. But let's wait. Let you have a 22nd, let all get here, and what we hear, then the bureau. When you can't move on tomorrow, you get there too. But let's go by a third time. We work on future ourselves.
That thing you're talking, the people in Grange, that's what they show today.
Mama, I'm not telling you that I got on the side, you're coming now. The hope today.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you there for Grange, the county. Let's hear this person.
Hello?
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 You're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Sarah Johnson. I pull in this email from the reading room of Ambassador Joseph Nyman Baka.
From the working room?
I repeat myself. My name is Sarah Johnson. I pull in this email from the reading room of my incoming president, His Excellency, Ambassador Joseph Nyman Baka.
Let's hear you from the radio room.
Okay, let me just say this to my fellow distinguished listeners in Radio and that in the diaspora. You know, the issue is that let me use the time again to appreciate the United Party partisan for now. Listen, your basic schedule to see here, they will go to see here, they will cause problem because no maturity comes from United Party. But I pray that by the grace of God, Saturday, and that is the 17th, the Unity Partisan and other conscious Liberia who will join to go by the grace of God on the 17th to go and do our own. We don't need no fight, we don't need any conflict. Today it sounds so laughable for a girl to come to me and tell me that Mr. Johnson, please pay my way. And I told her, I said, you won't tell me, they don't give you any something in a package for you using your era to go there on the fee. Say, our president, they took the money and they ate it whatsoever. Based on humanity.
So okay, based on humanity, you gave it to her, eh?
Based on humanity and as a Liberian, I took 350 LD, where brought you in a case for all.
What does that show? What does that tell you? If somebody doesn't have money and they still want to go to where, their president is, didn't that speak anything to your mind? It didn't, register anything to your mind? That this person doesn't have money to pay her way, but she's begging for money just to go and support Ambassador President George Weah. It doesn't tell you something?
No, actually, to be frank with you, it sounds so laughable.
Oh, it sounds laughable. Okay, thank you for paying her way. Huh? So thank you for being a good citizen. Let's hear you. Good evening. Okay, let's hear this person who's ready.
Yeah, this is Flomo from District 4 again. But really, the media did not treat the nation alive a person. They not treat him well because the recording was very cool and we could not get it. Yes.
What you really want? What do you really want? I beg you, but just give other people chance.
I'm speaking it's not treated far. We're not we don't get what the president will do for all the next coming year.
Okay, the president says, hello.
I listen to the radio show, hear my president.
Okay.
I wish to hear from the president. You tell me?
My man, you're serious, man. You don't disturb my show, please. Please don't disturb my show. If you don't want to listen, go and listen to something else. You say you didn't hear the president. Then you say, then I get that job. I won't hear from the president. Please, I beg you. Good evening. If you're up for something else tonight, it is not here. Give the people who want to say what they have to say a chance. You've had your opportunity and you said what you had to say. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Oh, let me read my man Washington is here recording again.
Bobby. They say you got the funky fever today. Oh
no, listen. We get to see. We appreciate this.
You appreciate them, right? Yeah, you're a good citizen. Okay.
One thing that you go into consideration, they will allow them to operate freely. We never want to know that reality. Because of them, we pursue all of our program in the country to see
But that's the right thing to do.
So when we are studying our service, the people we were monitoring. We actually been very monitored on the 17 because the people that is coming outside today. Hey, the people, the blood.
We will see. Time will tell. But were you shocked by the number of people you saw out there today, Bobby? Okay, it's a usual thing, right? You don't have any proof. You're just talking.
So I know that I was not surprised, but I appreciate it. And I was coming.
And y'all induce the crowd too, right? Okay, Bobby, thank you.
Don't worry.
Okay, thank you, Bobby. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening today.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. I'm hearing you.
Are you coming on?
I'm good.
Okay. The enemy position, they always like to abuse on the radio. You see, they hate for somebody to speak the truth. They say the truth and the truth shall have. That while all of the time, the United Partisans, anytime when they call, they don't want to insult our radio. And all of those things are correct. So thank you to you.
Okay, let's hear this other person. Good evening.
Good evening, how you doing?
I'm good.
Can you tell me what you're doing for rehab belt?
Let's hear you from the rehab belt.
Yeah, CDC invited me. People always say CDC gave people money to go and check in. But now, the joke I won't say the smart. Somebody come out and say CDC was broke. They want to beg of money. They think they want to take my part and they took out money and give it. Is that right? It's so interesting in the country. We don't agree a woman gave the money to go for the program. But what people do is people, she doesn't have money, but she begs to go for the program. That means she going to work hard. So all in line, they go and say, teacher giving her money to go for CDC program. That's so loud. Take down. Speaking of going, I think I'm going to say the truth. I don't have money to beg to go for the program.
Of course, if you love Unity Party, you will even beg to go for their program. So she loves the CDC. She wants to see her president. She appreciates him. So she begged for money to go there. So what's the big deal? That is something that should really surprise him to say, this girl doesn't have money, but she can still come out here and support the president. So is a need for, him to get scared and say, oh, there's people who support the president, but they don't even have money, but they will still come out. It tells you that,
But what I find is the United Party who say they don't have money,
They always say that people are going to progress. Okay.
That's politics, sir. Okay, thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, Brian, how you talking? So you are also there today?
Oh, today I'm Ticom Moses being calling from our Watchtower community.
Ticom, were you out there?
Yeah, Titi, my children from Vivid Daddy, on the interview, Jayapi, our school. Jayapi, our Wasi. But Daddy, you can take your grandchildren at the insensible park. But Daddy, what are you doing? Well, for me, I don't want capital for anybody. I just go to the other and check out my phone. My phone have been my secret for my children. As a father and grandfather to do. Then the next call, radio station, first of all they said, my children went there, I went there. I did everything for my children and my granddaughter. I did not receive or send for NSCDC people. But the love of my mother, what they have done for my country, that killed me there.
So you send your children out there today because you appreciate what the president has done.
My children, I will never be ungrateful to be among them now ungrateful leprosy. I'm not sure that ingrateful attitude towards the president. No, even let me tell you something. I have to go where 1988 our father left and West Seven our coolest brother never had $30 to pay like a fee. And he never told what happened, he never got me there. 1988. Today, somebody paying for our children. I know what to, anytime I work for my children and my one about my friends, my secret, I don't share with anybody. But this is my first time to get on the street. I say I'm going to appreciate this president.
Wow.
The president made me to eat. No, those who eat, okay, we consider ourselves in the opposition. But directly, indirectly, you are benefited from this government. You get your cousin, you get your nephew, you get nieces, that graduated from high school, that in high school, even my last born, get back.
But the opposition children they're in government school, so they're benefiting. Your child is in school, and in all private schools, WAS fees are being paid. So even if you're in the opposition and your child is in a private school, the president is paying the WAS fees, so you're benefiting. Okay, let's hear the WAS fees, so you're benefiting. Let's hear this other person.
Good evening, Didi.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Somario Kazan. I'm calling from the Police Academy Bell.
Let's hear you, sir.
You know, today, what I saw today, it really chilled me. And I know, but what really made me so happy today was that we were monitoring most of the ongoing launch in the various counties online. You could see today that lower number, which I hail from, lower number is where Africa has been the stronghold of Labour Party throughout. But today, you will not imagine how lower number was locked down. The celebration, the launch in Lower Nima was overwhelming.
Do you think that is going to translate into votes?
Of course, yes. I look at that. I look at Brangilet. I look at Losat. I look at Bong. I monitor most of those launch in the various counties online.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was overwhelmed. We are in it together, and we are in it with our entire life.
So you are overwhelmed because you know that President Ware is going to win these elections, or you are overwhelmed because you know that he's going to win on the first ballot?
What we were discussing today was whether it will be 1 round or 2 rounds.
So
that was the discussion point today.
After watching what you watched today, what do you think?
Yes.
Is it a 1 round victory or there's going to be a second round?
Kiki, I'm telling you, the argument around town is that President Weah has not done anything. So because he has not done anything, he just going, he honor the ring, and he honor the song, he campaigning from one village to another. And sometimes I can tell the people, okay, you say President Weah has not done anything, and he campaigning throughout in the villages. Now say that. And one has done something, so say that and other people will vote you in.
But the Unity Party did not campaign in 2017, even though they stayed in power for 12 years.
They did.
So what's the big deal?
Madam Salih's second term, we all saw it. She brought helicopter from Nigeria to campaign for her. Even the great United States, Barack Obama's second term, Barack Obama got dry. He got gray.
Who sits down when people give you power and you want to be re-elected? Who sits in the house and says the people are going to re-elect me? That doesn't make sense at all.
That is the seriousness we are seeing in President George Weah.
Maybe that's why the other parties are just, the Unity Party is just relaxed because they already know what's up.
Let them relax. It is not over until it is over.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The race is not to the swift, but to him that endures to the end. So,
right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Him that endures to the end. Right. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, how are you talking to you?
I'm good, sir.
Yeah, I see an open conversation. What is the topic today?
Sir, if you're not following what the topic is, then you have to listen. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Evening.
Yeah. Are you hearing me, sir?
I'm hearing you, sir.
All right. I call you from Maryland, City City.
How is Plebo?
Yeah, Plebo is fine, kind of cool.
It's cool and calm, right?
Yeah, well. Okay. I greet you, and also I want to take a part with you in the edition there.
You want to do what?
I want to take a part in the edition there, which is
Go ahead.
the issue.
Go ahead.
At the station, I'm now listening to you from the station there. So now what I'm trying to connect you. I think people are discussing election and people discussing the government, what she doing for she or he, and the discussion, I want to take part to give my part of contribution. I don't know.
So what are you listening to now?
I'm listening to people discussing that someone from Unity Party can make an attempt to tour with the government, how to call CDC, and within that, the party says from another party, and whether he didn't got any reward, he was possible to come back home to elect. That particular party have not done anything good. So another people are trying to contribute to.
Okay, so what is your contribution? You're live on ELBC.
Thank you very well. And I'm saying, let the Liberians learn how to be governor or be governor. How to be governor or governor. You should make us solid to the system. Any competition, any concurrence that you go through, especially so by two or three, there must be a winner. So have or hope. If you are in such a risk, be able to make yourself know, and people with you shall know that with any ways there's winner. So get us heart and also let peace all Liberia first, as somebody said.
people are doing first as we always say.
Okay.
So let them have a peace. Everybody have to contribute to the election. You see, in the election, some people are spending money. You want or the past government to do still traveling, person, anything.
Okay, sir, thank you.
So thank you very well. That was my contribution.
Thank you for your input from Maryland County. Let's hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Anthony Chi talking. I'm calling from Caldwell, EJ.
Let's hear you from Caldwell.
Yeah, the gathering today, it was great, but like what my brother said, some other people sometimes, like one of my friends, he asked me, he said, you help him with a dollar card. So I told him, I said, oh brother, I'm in a position now. He said, oh, you people are supporting CDC, you're not in a position. So I said, oh, people are supporting CDC, I should be rich. So I said, you people who the rescue team, you're on the rescue side, you should be happy or going somewhere to be staying our way because I don't want rescue. And then he started laughing. So sometimes they will do those things like they are provoking somebody, but I had to do it. The day today was great, and it was a real tsunami today.
Okay, you describe it as a tsunami, right?
Sure.
Okay, so the people of Caldwell came out today?
Sure, they came out.
Okay.
People left on the side. Even the rain was falling, but people were still under the rain and making their way at that point.
So you didn't come out today, right?
No, for me, I had to go.
So some of y'all left to the house and some of y'all came outside today.
Mm-hmm. For me, I voted CDC from 2005, but I never been part of any party issue. Yeah, I don't just vote.
Oh, okay. So CDC also has people who stay home, but they still support the party.
We are the Jovians. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're the Jovians. Okay.
Mm-hmm. We are the underground people. We do our thing. We are more powerful even than the real party.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your input this evening on our open conversation.
Thanks.
Okay, you can do same by calling us on 0880514-096. I'll take a few more calls and then I'll play you another audio and then I go back to the lines to take your inputs this evening. You know, it's really, really laughable when you see what happened today and you want to make yourself feel good and you think the only thing to do is to make up stories. It's not going to help you. These are election times. People have to get out there. If you want people to vote for you, you need to encourage people to vote for you. If you have the crowd, I'm not sure whether we are talking about crowd anymore, because just a few days ago, the Unity Party was out in district number 10, and the partisans of the Unity Party were all over Facebook saying that they pulled a crowd. We saw the rear pictures when the drone shots were shown. The Unity Party said they have the crowd. Today, the CDC said they were going to lock down Monrovia, Montserrado County. They did that today because if you had nothing to do out there, if you were not a citizen, you stayed home and you still saw what happened today in Montserrado County. The records are there, but still people want to make themselves feel better and they think they can just say anything that will make them feel happy. But again, the conversation is open. Let's talk about it. Good evening. Good evening. You're not ready yet? Let's take this person. Good evening.
Yeah, what?
Must you go back again?
Yeah,
please learn so I can take another person.
My point there is, please do not allow anybody for that last function because it's heat. God also my prayer today.
Okay.
Because we were just drinking the temperature. The video was too much. We thought the temperature won't have a time of no feed there. But because of the weather today, everything went normal. So I just go to praise.
Okay.
So I'm going to praise God for the possibilities that will happen to you. Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you for praying. Not much rain, not much sun. Good evening.
Good evening, early evening.
Good. How you doing? Hello.
Yeah, good evening, early evening.
I'm good. How are you sounding so?
Yeah.
Like you're tired, you don't want to talk to me, but you have to talk?
No, early evening.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm very, very tired.
Were you out there today?
No, yes, I was out there today.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yes, the name is Faxia Wablo, call from Grand Chile County for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's your contribution? Hello?
Hello?
What's your contribution, ma'am?
Yes, I want to say thank you for the show. You know, if we talk about CDC, CDC is our party.
Hello? Good evening.
Yeah, how do you do?
Good.
This is James. I'm calling from Grand Chile.
Green Genie is ready tonight. Let's hear you.
I want to say the opposition, they didn't get anything to say. Let them keep out of this thing. Because they don't have tangible reason. All what they're talking are just jealousy. Because the kind of thing I was going on for Joy, they don't have the ability to learn him.
Okay.
So when we're talking about Joy, if they don't get nothing to say, let them just remain you and just look at us.
Okay. They should remain mute, right? But
it
seems as if it pain them. They're not happy. They're not happy. So they
They know exactly what's going to happen on the 10th of October.
What is going to happen on October 10th?
So they must just remain mute and forget about us.
So what is going to happen?
We are going for the second time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The momentum alone, they look at it, they don't know what to say, they are confused.
They're catching fever?
They are sick.
Oh, okay.
Yellow Jana, already called them.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my name is Aaron B. So I'm calling to go Sharon.
Let's hear you, Aaron.
Yeah, the program today was very grand because you know when human magnets go, anyway, human magnet go, more with behind, and then you know then we refer to it as King Solomon.
Oh, so the person like King Solomon again, like other New York gave
we refer to it as King Solomon because he had too much wisdom. He found solution for every situation. He don't just solve problem, but he found solution. Yeah, because what is what we call the reaction motorcyclist.
Oh, okay.
So we are the reaction, and we expect the president won our victory, and we pray to God so that because you know the UPS for every time they call, they will be looking for a problem because we wouldn't do the people of magic. For every time they call, they will be looking for a problem. And then comes down to 17, we don't have no problem with them. If we say our goals, they want to do no problem. But we know that human being there will vote president. We are coming towards it.
Thank you so much. I like that. If they said our goals then outside the day, then it was going to be a problem. But then you know that human being, so you don't got a problem with that. I like that. And so I want to stop, but the calls keep coming. Hello.
Yes. This is Adam Morris calling from District number 1, Motor County.
Let's hear you.
Yes, thank you for the discussion, but
your what? Hello? Okay, let me take another person. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, that person too is holding the line. I'm gonna take a break, and okay, another person is here. Let me see if I can take.
Good evening. Early evening.
I'm good.
Hello.
I'm good, Mom. I'm hearing you. Good evening.
I'm good, Mom. I'm hearing you.
Let's take a break.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm Manny Harris. I'm calling you directly from Harper City, Maryland County.
Yes, yeah, you're from Harper.
Oh, my dear. I wish you Harper, you forget about Morovia.
You're joking. Tell me something.
I'm telling you the God truth. I'm speaking from the God truth.
What do you have been there today?
No, I feel the kind of movement that was here today, it was just, it just say that opposition was putting it today. Let the people that are there, the youth people, just find seat and sit down.
Oh.
Let them not find seat and sit down because there is no way for them.
You're joking. That if people saw again, you were here today or a Harper citizen. Hello? Amen. I wanted to let you my papi, but he gone. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is ELBC.
This is ELBC, yes.
Okay, thank you so much, madam. This is Bobo. I always call from Lofa.
Okay, it's good to hear you, Mr. Bobo. How is Lofa?
Really, I'm in Motorado. For yesterday, when they observed the movement, I saw the money to just to witness the occasion.
Oh, you left from Lofa, you came to Morovia to witness the occasion?
Oh, seriously, because the team was supposed to receive for the campaign. It's the thing of this one. Lofa will come out again to prove to President Weah that one time around.
Oh, okay. You're coming. The president will be in Lofa, and then.
Oh, we pray God for that, and we know that I want President Weah to go so that we can move to him. That he will not worry because of single President Weah to make a mark from Banga to Saye, the symptom of the road development. The Banga, we telling the people it's better for us to carry them for second time so that he can continue our road. If you forget to vote any one person, then you say the road must stop. But therefore, President Weah, the way he has Kabila has 4 years local campaign, then the Tomobara, Honorable Judy, Segu Kore, and all of people that are out again in local campaign, who will prove to them on local campaign. We are not voting an individual for the development the president has will vote you. That's why we are trying to join your show this evening. Thank you so much.
So let me ask you, because I always hear you, Mr. Bobo. So you from Lofa County, you voting President Weah for what?
I am voting President Weah because of development we see in this gap. Somehow we're 80, 87, 88. Somehow we then hear we are. But today, President Weah becoming president. Somehow Father Julie and all people here, President Weah, we have seen the difference. Today you go in for every local community you will see light. Other people say they're not able to buy it. How these people manage it?
Oh, other people you say they want to buy it?
No, they don't want to do it.
Oh.
They don't want to do it. They just need all the same recording, the same all voices, use your phone way. But we have to go back to them and say, no, they don't who come benefit that they are vote. And what we say in this way of vote will help you. So look at this time, our eyes are being open.
So you're choosing development over what now?
Because of the reason the development one road, when you go for you will see each community street light, children set one way. So they're not inviting their parents to use channel to say they do it or they tell them where they go. So those things will be offered and we are several times will make sure our road be for you, man.
Okay, your road got to reach Vonjaman, so you're going to vote for President Weah. Okay, we'll see what happens in Lofa. Myself will be in our Lofa County there to see what the Lofa people are doing.
When you get to where everybody learn the law, you will see all around. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bobo, thank you so much for being a part of the program this evening. This is Open Conversation on ELBC Radio. We're gauging your views, what you saw today, what you make of that. Let's hear this other caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Go ahead, Mom. I'm hearing you.
Yes, good evening. Good evening.
I'm good.
Hello.
Mom, if you not getting us, it's just okay that you just let it be.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello,
Rosetta. Let's hear you, ma'am. Your voice hoarse. You still won't call.
Yeah.
After yelling all over today. They what?
What kind of mindset they got for the president?
What kind of mindset they got for him?
The kind of hitting things and things the president working to cover the kind of hitting cover hit his son to watch his cut his parents, his wife, his children. So we really want to put us all into it.
Okay.
Because women, they are last for this country. And for now, I'm not good. Although I'm not made sure, but I think the fire in Cote d'Ivoire. I want to do that preventive for him. I said preventive for him. God, but I preventive for him because we are can't get that. And my brother also cried from the other mentally. No, I think I have to in Parabe and mentally things which are for all children and so on. I think 5%. Well, all lots of president we are. And that's like the first time we came into politics like 2005, which my age of 14. And voted the president, they are all in study for like the most educated in part. We are 90. The same thing for the United Party that know all. Because they put a government like entire minister or in the key for America. But they may get it all people children or opportunity to serve in a country. Look at the crash in my country today, in my country. That broke me down. I said that I said that. The moment I said it here, I could not stand the crash. But I still wanted to be in the fight. You have to say you stay home, you got that so far you stay home, they were not understand. And was that the rainfall, the outflow got that over there. And I said, thank you for the weather today. Because we don't have that kind of threat. They were playing that off to provide. And they went on our way going to a thing. For some more reason, you know, have been our blessing. Our son of people for president, we are really that song. Look at the fact that wow, we working to working. He's there for now. Look at the today. That Muslim quality, we don't see our father there. See the kind of crowd to this. I'm so grateful to God for the president that he has given me. Thank you, God.
Thank you, Rosetta, for being a part of the program. Let's hear this other caller. Everybody has his or her reason for re-electing the president of Liberia. Those who believe in His Excellency, who believe that he has done something to impact their lives, those who believe that he has done something to impact the lives of their children. Everybody has his or her reason.
Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, hello?
Good evening, sir. You're live.
Alive? You are busy? You are busy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Bonnie Farmer. I'm calling from Nigeria country.
Let's hear you.
I say I'm Bonnie Farmer. I'm calling from Nigeria country.
Go ahead, please, sir.
So I'm saying that today we came out with the citizens. Well, we don't get no problem with United Party people. So the day United Party people come out, are breaking that peace to all citizens. We should keep away from the street. Let it go ahead with that, launching.
Okay.
To keep the peace. Yeah, to keep the peace for safety and security.
Okay. That's a good caution. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. So you were outside today in Grangie there, right?
Yeah.
So
locked down the street today.
You locked down the streets today?
Locked down the street today.
So who were you trying to prove a point to?
What?
You were trying to prove a point today to anybody?
I was just advising some friend that we should keep marching with law and order until we can keep the day going.
So
happy to no law, no problem on our camp today.
Okay. So the other people in Zweju campaigning?
Well, we shall put opposition. I don't see any movement of any campaigning no good campaigning from the opposition on the side, man.
Why?
Because
your resolve or what? They already know what's up.
The person know that they pay for CDC from day one.
Oh, okay.
But something confusing me. When it's a big star. Like only two parties really. I don't know why. Only the other party CDC. I don't hear the other people that put me there like all the people there and one pastor was running as president. All the people there, you know, everything.
You're not hearing it in Grange there. You're not seeing them campaigning in Grange there.
I'm not even hearing me say on the radio on ELBC. I play ELBC every night, but I don't hear me about Fumi. I don't hear me about any other party besides CDC and United Party.
But if the people have programs, we carry it. But I'm talking about your county in Grange. They're not there campaigning.
Grange for CDC. Nobody else campaigning besides CDC.
Okay. Thank you so much for making your input this evening on Open Conversation.
Yeah, the unity has to make sure program will advance to we the citizens. So now all citizens sometimes can keep away when the other people coming up.
Okay. But the program is open. You can advise yourselves too.
Yeah, I'm doing it. And that's another when I also to call you and tell you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. I never ended in the phone went off. I'm still calling you from Apple City.
Oh, you never ended and the phone went off? So you got 30 seconds to end.
I am the one who are talking with you. Titi, it should have come to happen is
okay, now I understand. Now I think you're having problem with your line. It keeps going off. I'm sorry about that. I think it's the network. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, City.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is my water calling from the 16.
Let's hear you, Mama.
Yeah, I want to tell all the citizens thank you to pay.
Thank you for what you want to tell them thank you for?
I want to tell them thank you because they put it to the world today. Because the one our president told us. Our president told us to come in the street to go to tell the world that we ready.
You're ready, eh?
And we came out today. I just listened to our channel all through FM talking about. They said they want clean. They said they want clean the Sorado. I keep on jumping there. I see the whole place clean. They don't want discussing about crime. President, we are not crime. President, we are when that human man. Anywhere you go, he won't be get down offer. He won't be get down offer. He will not even let today. But look at the point they put a calling. You want to block at the that calling today. You want to make out. Look at the people that were in Lofa today. So when I discuss the crime, President, we on the first ballot in the country. And we're not stupid. He says, stay 16 like we're not stupid in the country. We want development. We tell eating. Since 1980, they lied to us and we suffer in America. They poor suffering, they poor property. They ever tell for property? They ever tell for property? They tell for property. What did they not do in the country for us? What did they not do for Lapiro? That president, we have to walk open our eyes. That president, we have to also go down. When you sell it better, but when you pay your taxes get big go. When you sell better, when you sell cold water, when you pay your taxes get big school. Your taxes get big hospital. That president, we have to also do it. So we be behind president, we are until after 12 years. When 12 years finish, we look for another party that will build Lapiro. Thank you, the easy my dollar.
Oh man, wait, you calling from District 16, eh? I'm not surprised. District number 16 is one place that has always, and I'll be specific, the borough of Newtown, that has always, shown that love to President Weah. But you listen to her, she had her reasons why. She named a lot of reasons why she thinks and she believes that President Weah is the right person for this country. And she pulled out her guts. I'm going to take just 2 more, and then we call it a quit. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Where are you from, Harper?
Let's hear from you, Harper.
Yeah,
Hello? You're coming in broken. We're not getting you.
Yes, the Washington was very amazing. Because looking at the conversations for human being, that speaks very that it's overshadowed. It's only much special on the country because the person is coming out and all that rules of your country and and about trade between states. We are being
Okay, we have to leave you at that because you're really coming in broken this evening, all the way there from Maryland County. But I like to appreciate all of you who made it your duty to tell us what you make of today's program by the Coalition for Democratic Change. The Liberian people who turned out today, you heard from them. They were also interviewed why exactly they believe that President Weah should be given a second term. Everybody who was asked a question had an answer. Somebody believed that President Weah, made him a landlord. He has a house of his own. After so many years, the houses that were built in New Crew Town in District Number 16, he now owns a house. There are so many people who have that same testimony. Another person says, there's a guy who said, you know what, for 5 years, I've been charging my phone in my brother's or my neighbor's house because I didn't have electricity. Now, electricity is so stable and constant. I don't have to do that anymore. Why shouldn't I vote for this president? Everybody has their reason. The first time voters were out there, those children who believe that the president has relieved their parents of so much burden to pay their WAS fees. There are other people who are in universities today. They are very happy because they can go to state-run universities and they are free of charge. Years back when the Unity Party was in power, people stood in lines just to get registered. That caused a stir in this country because when the university students didn't have the time to register and when they couldn't register to get in school in time, they would be protesting. That is a thing of the past. There are people who are excited that His Excellency has done that. If you go to the counties, the stories are different. People from River G County say the roads. People from Maryland say the roads. People from faraway counties say we have electricity, and we believe this president can do more if he is given a second chance. He has said it today. The same things that people were saying on the streets today, the reason for which they came out in their numbers to prove a point to the world that they want President Weah. President Weah himself said, I had 2 years that I couldn't do anything because we were struck by coronavirus. But see what I've done in the 4 years, and I need another opportunity to do other things for you and to extend these developments that are ongoing in Montserrat County, like the parks that other Liberians want in other parts of the country. That can only happen if he's given a second term in office. If he leaves office, that is not going to happen because that is his dream, that is his agenda. And so another person is coming with their agenda. Somebody says they're going to cut, Joseph Waka says, when you give me power, I'm going to cut down the civil servants. There are too many. We don't need all of them. He says, I'm going to bring the diaspora Liberians to Liberia because the people who are here in Liberia, right, they don't know how to do the job. So I'll bring people from the diaspora to do the job for you. It's your choice. Liberia is for every one of us. That is why we're practicing democracy. You choose whoever you want to be your leader. But the seditions, the reactions, the everything came out today to prove that they want President Weah to be given a second term. If you don't want somebody to be your president for a second term, that kind of turnout today will not be the one that will say that. In other parts of the country, we showed you, we brought you voices from other parts of the country where, people gathered today because that was something that was done simultaneously across the country. It tells you how connected the grassroots is. And I like to give it up this evening again for, the chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Chairman Molba Molu. He is one person who knows how to mobilize people. He is one person who has made it possible. If you don't have that, he has the charisma to do that. He knows how to talk to his people. He knows how to get them out. There were so many Romans all around here when Chairman Molu was working and making sure that his people get out today. And I'm sure he was very excited that, the people of Liberia turned out. And I'm sure His Excellency was happy. You could tell from the way he spoke today at the Antoinette Tatman Stadium. But thank you so much for joining us this evening on Open Conversation. Tomorrow, God willing, we will be here. Have a pleasant evening. My name is Titi Gibro.
From the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fight. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. While you forget that, you from Lower Country, you from Maryland. While you from Rewa Cess, I'm about that way on your river, I'm up on the fine way.